And welcome back to the MTG Rundown. My name's Andrew.
I'm happy.
And I'm Elijah.
And wow, we actually have a good amount of news today.
We do?
So yeah, a couple things we're going to cover. Obviously, Kamigawa spoilers. The commanders have been spoiled, so we're going to go over that. But first, we are starting off with today, which is Tuesday, the banned and restricted announcement. Ooh. That was announced for Standard, Legacy, and then Historic got some rebalancing changes, but no one cares about that.
We don't care about Historic.
We really don't.
No.
So yeah, let's dive right into this banned and restricted.
Yeah. Lay it on us.
Standard got hit. Standard got hit a bit. Auron's Epiphany is now banned, which was kind of foreseen. I mean, everyone hates extra turns in Standard. It's super unhealthy and salty.
It went down with trumpets and a party.
Yeah, it really did. But they also banned two other cards that I found was weird. Divide by Zero.
It makes sense. It deserves it.
In Faceless Haven.
Also probably deserves it.
Yeah,
I don't see why. So I would
same...
love some description of why.
You don't see why. You don't see why countering a spell and then drawing a card for 3 mana is.
Oh, that's divide.
Well, it's divide by 0. Learn. Okay, so you get a card that you want. So you wish,
or you can discard a card and draw.
Or you can loot. You don't see why that's. You don't see why that's a little good.
No, I meant the Faceless Haven one.
Yeah,
he had ideas for the thing, but like Faceless Haven to me made no sense.
I'll let you guys go at it first before I give my opinions.
It's probably preventative, because with Auron's Epiphany out, that means the best decks are now aggro decks, right? And
and Faceless Haven's one of the best aggro man lands you can have.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, there's no way they're doing it for the Angel combo. There's no way.
Oh, no, it's not even used that way.
No, it's because we have we have a few land destruction cards. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you got Field of Ruin.
Yeah, Field of Ruin, and it's fine.
And the Wildfires card and everything like that.
Yeah. No, just Faceless Haven is just probably too good to be colorless in Standard.
That makes the most. See, that makes sense now. Now I understand the Faceless.
So here's my thing. So Auron's Epiphany, I've always been like saying, I don't want this card in Standard. It's unhealthy, in my opinion. I understand why it's very good. It's a fun card you can play with in Commander or whatever. But
it's big and splashy and cool and fun.
But in Standard, it's just unhealthy.
It's miserable.
It's miserable. You just it's like, oh, cool. So I'll just lose now because you get to take all the turns you want.
Yeah.
Now, here's my thing. So Divide by Zero. I see your point, Happy.
Mm-hmm.
But I also am kind of on the fence of like, I don't think it was that big a deal. I personally don't think it was that big a deal.
You're probably right. You play way more Standard than I do.
So usually, like of what I read on the article when they were talking about the banned and restricted announcement was they didn't like the whole fact of like, oh, you have the Hall Breacher Horror or Hallbreaker Horror, and then people comboing that with like Divide by Zero where you're bouncing double things. And Divide by Zero, if you don't know what that is, it's a 3-cost blue instant that you can return a spell or permanent of a mana cost 1 or greater to their owner's hand, and then you learn. Which the learn is you get a lesson card from your sideboard to put it in your hand after you reveal it, or you can discard a card and draw a card. Or looting. So their biggest thing was like, oh yeah, with control decks to make them a bit more balanced was with Hall Breacher Horror already out and you're comboing that with Divide by Zero, that can be just, it makes things unfair or miserable. Okay, so that specific encounter, sure, that's miserable. But at the same time, you're letting somebody get Hall Breacher Horror out when, while it can't be countered, 9 times out of 10, probably how the player's thinking, unless they're keeping some mana open to prevent a kill spell, they're going to tap out on the end of your turn to play it because it has flash. And at that point, you can be like, oh, okay, at the end of my turn, I'll Infernal Grasp. Or I'll do something about it. That's if they're not holding any mana open, something like that. They also made some mentions of like comboing it with Lear and stuff like that. But again, Lear's not really hardcore played with in the top tier. Nor is Hallbreaker Horror. In the top tier, you have mono green, mono white. Is it dragons or is it control? And then sometimes you get like a mid-range, like the Naya mid-range deck that's been going around or something like that. That's Standard right now. Those are the top decks in Standard. Sometimes you'll get a control deck that sneaks in, but I don't feel like Divide by Zero needed to be banned. I feel like that's something manageable in Standard. It's not something that's going to go, oh my gosh, you play that, I lose the game.
No, I think it was banned for the same reason they banned 3 Fairy before it rotated. It's because it's not fun.
Okay.
Right? 3 Fairy is an entirely fair, reasonable Magic card. It's not too good. It doesn't blow anybody out of the water. It's just it just makes the play experience less fun.
I can see that, but at the same time, I didn't see a lot of Divide by Zero.
Well,
personally.
my thing is like, could it be the same thing as with Faceless Haven? They're doing it. They're like, all right, cool. Alorun's Epiphany's out, and because we're getting rid of such a strong archetype, everyone's gonna start scrambling to find the next one. So we're gonna ban Faceless Haven for the aggro decks, and we'll ban Divide by Zero for the control
could be
decks. They're gonna flood into the meta now that Alorun is gone.
Yeah, it's probably preventative for both cards, which is generally
It's problem
not great,
and double preventative.
Yeah.
but
which is generally not a great way to ban cards.
no,
but
I'm not saying it is, but that's probably what their idea was.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, why else would you get rid of 2 cards that normally don't have a problem?
And that's another thing with Faceless Haven being banned. Now, Faceless Haven, very strong card, snow land rare. It produces a colorless mana, or you can tap 3 snow lands to make it into a 4/3 vigilance creature. It's good. It's good. It's great for monocolor decks, especially for if you're doing like the mono white, mono green, because you're using snow lands at that point. It is great it's a great card when you're running out of steam, you still have something to strike with.
Yeah.
It's a good card that way. Again, and I've thought about this today once the announcement came out, and I was just like going, what? I don't think it was good enough to be banned. Again, I agree with the fact that it was probably preventative, and no, that's not a good. Wizards don't do that. Don't do it, Wizards. Please stop doing that. Don't do preventative bans because you're afraid of the future. It's like a Captain America Civil War thing going. Oh, do you want to, wait for them to commit the crime or be preventative? Just wait. Anyways, we're not going to get into that debate.
What an
Iron Man
analogy!
Iron Man was wrong, just to be
Yeah.
super
Iron
clear.
Man's super wrong.
Like mathematically.
Yeah.
I just want everybody to know that.
In Civil War?
Yeah.
It wasn't in Civil War. No, Civil War, you're right, correct.
But no, it's with Faceless Haven though, going back to it, yes, it's a good card. It's powerful. It's great for monocolor snow decks that want to have that late game, like, okay, I still have something I can do. Because monocolors decks do have that unfortunate thing of you run out of steam.
Sure.
You just do. I mean, all decks have that, but monocolor specifically because you're running run color, you're probably going aggro and you're just going burr. Faceless Haven lets you go burr. The thing with Faceless Haven is that card's easy to get rid of. You have Field of Ruin, you have other land destruction, which, I mean, that may not be the best land destruction right now, but it's land destruction.
And you also have Infernal Grasp
Yep.
and Faithful Absence, and I mean, there's got to be some way to flash in Portable Hole. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, like, I think it's non-land permanent, and it's technically a land. But that won't work. But you know what I mean. The point being is there are plenty of ways to take care of Faceless Haven. And I don't believe it for a second they did it because it's like, because of the book combo. The book combo is never even used. It's not used anymore. It was used when it got exploited.
It was real cool when it first came out.
Yeah.
And then
Because you could literally do nothing about it.
Exactly. Now you can do plenty about it, and you can still do plenty about Faceless Haven. I mean, there's a braid. A braid takes care of Faceless Haven because it's 3 damage.
Yep.
So no, I agree with Alorun's Epiphany. I disagree with Divide by Zero and Faceless Haven. I understand Divide by Zero, even though I disagree with it, but I just straight up disagree with Faceless Haven. I think Faceless Haven didn't need a ban.
Sure.
Did not need it at
well,
all.
we'll definitely see how the meta shapes up.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely see. I mean,
What new decks are going to flood into the top now with Elrond gone?
honestly, I don't think much changes too much in the top.
I think if anything, the monocolor decks probably shoot up in popularity because there's no more turns to do. So now it's just who beats face quicker.
Right, but the monocolors just lost a big card in Faceless Haven.
But the mono
that's
colors
true.
just lost
And
It's
it's
just
gonna.
lost Faceless
And
Haven.
honestly, I think that basically means. I mean, mono green's still gonna go snow just because of Blizzard Brawl. But
Oh, yeah.
Other than that, white doesn't need snowlands anymore. So they'll just go basic white mana, and then hopefully Cave of the Frost Dragon does something for them.
Yeah.
For that, I mean, I personally think.
I think in a mono green deck that they play the Hydra land anyway, right?
Well, you played both.
I mean, yeah.
You do like a
pretty
one
much,
of the Hydra.
Pretty much every deck is running one of the man lands just in case, just because there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
It subtracts nothing.
Yeah.
For you to just run one and just go, who cares?
Again, it's gonna be it's weird things to ban. I honestly was thinking they were gonna go after Goldspan Dragon.
See, Elijah said something very similar.
Well, that's because I was going off what Andrew had said. I'm like, I guess I can kind of see that.
I wouldn't ban Goldspan Dragon in a million years.
Okay, that's a strong opinion. I'm fine with that.
Well, it's a good creature. It gets you mana when it enters, and it gets you mana when it dies. When it attacks. Okay.
So here's the kicker, right?
It's pretty good.
It's very good. Here's my reasoning behind it. So here's my reasoning behind why I thought Goldspan Dragon may have been banned. I'm not saying it should have been.
Yeah.
I just said I would have been okay with it and understood. So Goldspan Dragon, 4/4 for 5 mana, flying haste. When it attacks or it is targeted, you create a treasure. Each treasure now creates 2 mana of one color. Okay. That's powerful. That's huge. The problem I had with it, that I saw with it, was it's like, okay, cool. I'm going to play Goldspan Dragon. All right, cool. Before you go to attack, and this is the opponent, I'm going to Infernal Grasp it.
Sure.
Okay, so trigger on the stack. I get the treasure. I have a treasure now that's 2 mana available. I'm going to use that 2 mana, and we're just going to Jurari Disruption. Pay 1, and if you can't, it's countered.
Sure.
Or I'm going to counter it this way. Or I'm going to do something to save my thing.
Sure.
And it's like, oh, I guess I just don't do anything about Goldspan. I get hit with 4. Oh, and you get your treasure back.
Sure.
That to me was why I was thinking that could warrant a ban, just because of the fact that that's hard to get rid of. Goldspan is a hard card to get rid of.
Sure.
Without like a massive board wipe.
Yeah.
So that's why I was thinking that would be banned.
That's fair.
Yeah. That was my reasoning behind it. But
I think we can let Red have a good card.
Yeah, that's true.
nah.
Nah. Get him out of here.
Modern has Ragavan. You got what you needed, right?
I mean, Modern wasn't playing Goldspan to begin with, but yeah.
But yeah, no. And then Legacy, moving on to there, Ragavan has been banned from
Ragavan,
Legacy.
which honestly, that's just a good thing.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I am a little shocked it wasn't banned in Modern. I'm not totally shocked it wasn't banned in Modern, because honestly, Ragavan is a fine card. It can be in Modern. It's okay. Legacy, it's just too good for 1 mana in Legacy. It gets you cards. It gets you mana, and
It's too fast.
It's too fast. It's too fast for Legacy, which is wild to say. But,
Yeah.
hey.
And then of course there's some historic stuff we don't care. I think they
Teferi
said
Time Raveler got rebalanced and unbanned. Should we look at and see what happens to that travesty?
So the minus and plus stay the same.
4 mana.
He's 4 mana now, but now it says your opponents can't cast spells during just your turn. Not slow everything. It's not that big a deal. It is what it is.
Whatever. Yeah, they just ruined a perfectly good Magic card.
Yep, they did. They really did.
Welcome to Historic on Arena, everybody.
Yeah.
Where they take your best cards and they go, let's also not give you the refund either.
Also, Memory Lapse is now permanently banned, not just suspended.
Wild.
Because it's a good counter spell. We got to get rid of that. And we got to stop the Teferi players.
Yep. The Teferi players who aren't even in the top
now,
like 20 in
you're not wrong.
in historic.
You're not wrong. Now here's the big ban announcement. How about the pauper bans, guys?
Them pauper bands, I don't even know what they are.
I know one's ATOG. I don't know. I know the other two are like mana rocks, because I think like we were talking the other day, because pauper needs to be slower.
Yeah, because pauper needs to be slower.
I saw that. I'm like, ooh, hey, there's a band announcement. Let's see what's. Oh, it's Pauper.
Oh, it's Pauper.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was a real format.
What I loved was even in the Pauper band, they were like, and there are other bands next
Coming.
week.
Yeah, it was just like a teaser.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
banning stuff. Next
And some
week.
more stuff. Don't worry.
Ban stuff next week.
It's like literally they looked at it like, all right, guys, let's look at this. Oh yeah, Pauper bands. Wow, this is real stupid and boring. Hey, add that we're gonna ban some stuff next week. We'll think of something.
We'll
guys.
figure it out. I don't know.
We'll think of something.
Let's split it in half. Let's split it in half.
Legacy. What can you do? Legacy is easy. Just brag a fan. Standard,
All
all runs. But we got to do
definitely.
something more than that. I mean, we had, they're two separate BNR announcements. We got to do something more.
Let's
preemptively ban some stuff, guys. Yeah. What's going to be a problem? What's going to be a problem?
Yo, Frank, what do you want to do? Oh, I don't know. How about divide by zero? Genius. Okay, what about? Hey, Vince, what do you want to do? How
Manlands.
about Goldspan? Screw you. No. How about you? Faceless Haven. Good job, Rick.
Yeah.
That's the kind of Vince. You watch yourself.
2 strikes.
Two strikes.
What's going on with you, man?
It's the
what's
meme where
going
they
on?
throw the guy out the window
Yeah.
of the building.
Yeah, he has 2 strikes.
Faceless Haven, divide by zero. Gold span.
Throws out the window.
What's going on in there, Kramer?
They did.
They banned all runs Epiphany, Jerry.
They got rid of the cherry. Oh my god. Yeah, no, but
What a good meme.
I kind of feel like that is the banned announcement meeting, the banned and restricted meeting they have. That's how it goes, and that's
At
why.
least this time. The
Yeah.
last few times have actually been like, yeah, all right, Omnath needs to go.
Yeah, I'm not needs to go.
Yeah,
Uro
okay.
needs
Yeah,
banned.
all right, Uro. Okay, Oko.
Okay, Oko did nothing wrong.
Okay, once upon a time.
Now they're
Once upon
like,
a
we're gonna
time,
ban
did
Al
nothing
runs
wrong.
and we're gonna do some other cleanup work, and we're like, it's not necessary.
Here's
You
a
don't-
strong
you don't- you
opinion
don't
for
need
you
to.
all. Once upon a time did nothing wrong and did not deserve a ban. Come at me.
Once upon a time died for Tron's sins. It's fine everywhere else.
Yep. It's oh god, I love that card so much. Well, that was the fun part. The ban and restrict announcement. Now I guess we'll go over some Kamigawa spoilers. Whoa. So obviously I know Elijah's excited about this.
Kamigawa.
Kamigawa.
Thanks. I don't know why that was necessary, but thanks.
So the
Tough crowd.
okay.
Crowd. I'm losing to a rug.
Oh my gosh. No respect. So yeah, the commander decks got leaked.
They did.
So we know the commanders. We
The
kind of know that.
commanders for the
Yeah,
Yes.
commanders, I
We,
should say.
yeah, we
got
we know
leaked.
both commanders and we know the alternate commanders, the ones they normally throw inside the box as like a secondary thing in case
The
you want to mix it up.
lieutenants.
The lieutenants, yeah.
Right here. You talk about it.
Well, I'll do it.
You're
All
the
right,
commander
cool.
guy.
Yeah.
He's the
So-
commander guy.
So we'll go with the first one. So the buckle up is vehicle. We were right. It's totally vehicle. It's going to be Azorius, which is cool. They're not doing spirits this time, which is fantastic. So the first one is Kotori Pilot Prodigy. This is the commander of the deck. Buckle up. It is 1 in Azorius, so 3 mana for a legendary creature Moonfolk Pilot 2/4. Interesting. Vehicles you control have crew 2. I was totally correct. They were going to do something where they dropped the crew requirement or changed it. So everything that's a vehicle has crew 2, period. Just has crew 2. And then at the beginning of combat on your turn, target artifact creature you control gains lifelink and vigilance until the end of turn.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good. It works really well with the lieutenant, who I like, which is Shorikai Genesis Engine, a 2 mana Azorius, so 4 mana total, legendary artifact vehicle 8/8.
Okay.
You pay 1 and tap it, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. You create a 1/1 colorless pilot creature token with this creature crews vehicles as though its power were 2 greater. So it crews by 3 at default. If you find a way to modify it or buff it, it crews at 2 over what its power is. The Genesis engine does have a crew of 8, which is why it works so well with the commander, and it can be your commander, which was my favorite part of that. It's interesting that we finally all the Parhelion 2 fanatics that really want that to be a commander, we finally have a vehicle as the commander now, which is interesting.
The hope of Girapur
Yeah, yeah, right.
stands out
Yeah,
there.
no one
Yeah.
is like so that's pretty cool for Buckle Up.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I like Buckle Up. I actually saw that commander and I was like, okay, I'm actually a fan of that because there's some really good vehicles that I think could use some love. Like I think there's like that one drop that's like a 7-11, but it needs like a ridiculous amount to crew, and that's gonna be
so
real
the
easy to
commander
do.
makes crew too. Like that's
Yeah.
incredible. You get huge things super early for a super low crew cost if you can get just some small tokens on the board to do it.
I have never looked at a commander deck and gone, more than this one. This one is just this. I look at this one and I go,
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think it's going to be that strong.
It's
No.
There's no way it's going to be strong.
That's pretty
for sure.
That's pretty.
It's an interesting archetype.
That's
Sure.
pretty.
I think it's
mediocre.
got some. I think instead of this being like a commander deck you take and run with, I think this is a commander deck you buy to get the cards to put in your already like working through decks that you've already constructed. You know,
Yeah, you've got a sick,
sick vehicle deck. Yeah,
sick, nasty vehicles deck holdover
Yep.
from Aether Revolt
Well,
standard.
now I'm gonna have to make a vehicle commander deck just to beat you with. Happy.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to do it.
I'll, you know what? I'll lose to it, and the whole time I'll go, I can't believe I'm losing to this.
yeah, right. So the other one, the Unleashed one, the Unleashed upgrades. I think it looks the coolest
Way
of them.
cooler.
Yeah.
It is Gruul.
Significantly cooler.
Yep. So it's Gruul, and we were right. It is a modified. It is a modified based one. I think it's going to be the better of the two. The commander is Chishiro the Shattered Blade, a 2-mana Gruul for a 4/4 legendary creature, Snake Samurai. We got the snake and the samurai in there. That's great.
Good.
Whenever an aura or an equipment enters the battlefield under your control, create a 2/2 red spirit creature token with menace. That's not bad. At the beginning of your end step, you get put a 1/1 counter on each modified creature you control.
Yeah.
And then it says equipment, auras you control, and counters are modification.
Yeah.
Which
It's
I
great.
think is
That's
really
great. That's
good.
real
he's,
good.
He's cool.
He's
That's
solid.
really good.
Cool dude.
And then the lieutenant, I'm not that big of a fan of.
Oh,
is,
really?
I'm not.
I like. I like.
You
I
really like
I
him?
like the dumb. He's a boar, right?
He's
That's what he
he's a
is?
spirit.
He's a spirit.
He looks like a weird elephant thing.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I like that weird little dude. I
looks
like
cool.
that funky Freddy.
Kaima the Fractured Calm. Again, another 2 and Gruul for a 3/3 legendary creature spirit. At the beginning of your end step, goad each creature your opponents control that's enchanted by an aura you control. Fractured put a 1/1 counter on Kami, the Fractured Calm, for each creature goaded this way.
Yeah,
so it's
man.
more of
Good.
like
Yeah,
instead of you
dude.
buffing yourself, it's you do it. You're trying to do
Yeah,
stuff
you
to them.
guys have all these cool things. Oh yeah, you all have to attack each other, and my dude's super big, so
Yeah.
you all swing out, and I just
Well, it only goads
Kill?
your opponent's creatures that are enchanted by an aura you control. So you have to be enchanting. Now, normally, if you're in,
I
this
have-
is Gruul, but
so
remember,
I
this
have
is Gruul.
60 enchantments and 40 land and 39 lands, and this guy. Let's go.
What are I don't know the auras you could run that you could use to enchant. So I assume you're using like buff enchantments then, right? You're enchanting.
Sure.
Why not?
And then they get goaded at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
And then he grows by it. Okay, okay, I can see it. I can see it
just
now.
imagine.
Have a Rancor, guy. Have a Rancor.
I'm just imagining the Simpsons meme of the excellent.
excellent.
You see, to me, the buckle up one, it seems like the commander and lieutenant work really well together.
Sure.
But I think these two are kind of more like here's the commander and this is how it runs, or you could pivot and do this instead.
Sure.
Because like if you're playing the Shattered Blade, you want to enchant your own stuff, not theirs.
Yep.
But if you're playing the Kaima, you want to enchant their stuff, not yours.
Sure.
I think that's great actually. Now that I've gone over that, I think
So
for its own. On its own.
I'm just gonna look at this real fast.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like with the lieutenant for the modified Gruul deck, I kind of feel like they're kind of going, okay, guys, so you can play it one way, and then if you want to, like, let's say you really want to go with the actual, like, it's Kaima. Is that how we say that?
Yeah, it's
I believe so,
Kaima?
Kaima.
Yeah. So if you wanted to go Kaima the Fractured Calm
Yeah, that's right.
as your main commander, then you go, okay, you know what,
It's
you
politics now.
You
Yeah.
pivot the deck now.
politics.
yeah, you just play politics. And you can you can make it more focused on that, take this one out, or Chishiro. Or if you wanted to go more Chishiro, you can take Kaima and then make it more politics and fun.
Because I think if you're going to do one or the other, you change which auras you're actually going to use. You know?
Sure.
Yeah. And now another thing is, like, I like the vehicle commander. I think it's cool. I think it's, it's like, okay, it's interesting.
Mhm.
I do feel like I wouldn't run it as the commander, and I would try to find something Jeskai. And then throw it in there. Make a Jeskai vehicle deck. Why? Because why not?
Yeah.
I just think there's better options for that vehicle thing. But I don't know. I want to see both decks. I do want to see both full deck
could do
lists.
Joyra.
Could do Joyra. Joyra could be fun. Joyra could be a lot of fun.
Joyra vehicle. That could be fun.
That'd be very interesting.
We have dragons.
So yeah,
dragons.
So they spoiled the other 3 dragons, so we now have all 5 of the Dies Matter Spirit Dragons, and we got another ninja.
Dragons and a dude who rides toads.
Toads.
That guy absolutely owns.
Yes, he does. Let's have Happy do the
sick.
toad.
All right.
Yeah.
Do it.
His name is Tatsunari, the Toad Rider. He is he's a 2 and a black, holding it down. Legendary creature, human ninja. Ninja with not
Ninjutsu.
ninjutsu.
Yeah.
He does not have ninjutsu.
He has a secret Sultai color identity for all you commander players out there. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, if you don't control a creature named Kemi, create Kemi, a legendary 3/3 black and green frog. With whenever you cast an enchantment spell, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life.
Ooh.
And then for 1 and a green or blue, Tatsunari and a frog you control. It doesn't have to be Kemi, but it
could
frog. Can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with flying or reach.
It basically gives them flying.
Yeah, which
is
I
flying.
think is pretty cool.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
I like him as like a ninjutsu enabler. Like that's a consistent ninjutsu enabler with the frog over and over and over again.
I just think he's neat.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to
just-
see what that toad token looks like.
I just like that he rides frogs into battle.
I want to see what the frog token looks like. I really do.
I
It
definitely
better be adorable.
I definitely could see like this being in Commander where you're just doing like some weird Sultai enchantment thing just because if you want to play it off that way.
Yeah.
But I also do agree. I think it's a good ninjutsu enabler because it's like you can get that token back pretty easily.
You just play another enchantment and then the toad's back, and then next turn you get to swing with it again.
Oh yeah.
You pay the small amount of mana to guarantee the hit, and you ninjutsu something else big on it.
Oh yeah.
It's a good card.
I just like that. I just like that funky fresh frog, bro.
That funky.
I want the
fresh
token.
frog.
That
Give
funky
me
fresh bro-
the
that funky fresh
token.
frog.
Oh yeah. Now we also I'll start with the green dragon because I like green. Green's one of my favorite colors. We have Kura, the Boundless Sky. It is a 4/4 green legendary dragon spirit for 2 green, 3 colorless. It has flying and death touch. Death touch is really good, Elijah.
I don't know why they were always mixing up the
That went over.
what are they called? What are those
Keep reading the card and
Help me
he'll
for a second.
figure it
Give me
out.
a second.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll
Keywords?
get it.
keywords? Yeah.
When Kira the Boundless Sky dies, choose one. Search your library for up to 3 land cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle. Or create an XX green spirit creature token where X is the number of lands you control.
I don't like how they keep mixing up the keywords between things. Like, why does the red have trample and the green have death touch?
Because green has death touch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
green has
green has
everything
death touch.
though. But normally trample is as I would say like more green than anything else.
Death touch is really good.
I mean, traditionally, yes, trample is green, but also going back to archetype of aggression. For some reason, they gave that one trample. So, like, I think they're trying to pivot red away from haste and more to trample.
And more to
Sure.
like longevity. Like
Yes.
less aggro, more mid range.
Yes.
Okay.
And green to things like death touch and hexproof as opposed to just trample.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm in it. I'm not saying it's wrong or anything. I'm just it's always weird to see stuff you don't expect on a creature that's not the color you think for keywords.
Sure. No, I get you. I get that. Yeah.
I like the fact that it's any land.
It's true.
It's 3 any lands. That's
It's
really
true.
powerful.
Pretty nice.
that is nice. It's real solid.
Pretty swank. Also a big old buff boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a buff boy. I definitely give it a solid thumbs up. I think it's good. It's gonna be good commander. I don't think standard or modern's gonna really see it. that
No,
much.
I don't think so.
I mean, maybe standard if mono green stays relevant,
Maybe.
but just because I mean you have red and 7. Red and 7 loves lands because you have the big old tree folk token. So yeah.
And then
that
you'd also
could.
add a spirit token to that. Not to mention you could grab 3 of any land you want.
You know what
and
land
then-
you're not grabbing though? You're not grabbing Faceless Haven.
No, you're not. Actually, that's true.
No, I'm not salty at all. All right.
All right.
You want to do Kyrie?
Yeah, I'll do the blue one. So hopefully, Jeff's gonna be putting all these on the screen.
Kyrie.
We were making a joke earlier. Well, at least I did.
Digimon? Is that what I'm thinking?
No, it's not Digimon.
I don't know. Oh, is that? Wait, I thought it was Digimon for a moment.
It's Kingdom Hearts.
It was
Oh,
a Kingdom
yeah.
Hearts
Dude,
slash
the whole
Starbomb
thing-
reference.
The
That's what it was.
whole
Folks.
thing you're trying to do is share the Paupu fruit with Kyrie.
Guys, I'm going to let you know I'm old and I forget things. It's just that simple.
It's
I
fair.
just
Kyrie's
do.
pretty forgettable because she's a trash character. Oh!
Yeah,
Internet discourse from 2018.
bringing it back, 2022.
I
So
don't care. Read the card.
So hopefully,
Card, let me die.
Yeah. So Jeff's gonna put these card images up. So we have for Kyrie, we have the borderless version, which looks amazing.
That's pretty cool.
It looked
It
good.
looks really good.
It's
So
slick.
it's Kyrie the Swirling Sky. I think this is also the most expensive of the dragons at 6 mana, 4 and 2 blue. A legendary creature dragon spirit. It is a
Also does
6/6.
the mostest.
Yeah. It is a 6/6 flying ward 3.
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
Yeah.
When it dies, choose one. Return any number of target non-land permanents with total mana value 6 or less to their owner's hand.
Yeah.
So bounce CMC total 6 or less. Mill 6 cards, then return up to 2 instants and or sorceries from your graveyard to your hand.
Yeah.
This is a card.
That is
No
a
wonder why
card.
Alrund is gone. Because there's no way this flies with that.
Yeah. Look at that bad boy.
Alrund,
Oh, yeah.
Alrund, kill Kyrie, bring all my Alrunds back.
Can we?
Alrund,
Well,
Alrund.
Alrund exiles itself.
Oh, does it? Yeah.
I will
Okay.
wait
So-
until we reveal the white one, but this is right now.
Kyrie's
looking
pretty
like,
sick.
I think
Kyrie's
it's the
pretty
best of the
sick.
dragons.
Kyrie's
Probably
really strong.
is. Yeah.
I personally think it will be.
Like
I
the
mean,
ward on a 6/6 ward 3 is really strong.
Oh yeah, Ward 3
Like-
is very
It still
strong.
flies, right?
Oh,
yeah, it
Yeah,
still
okay.
flies. That's a huge hitter. But
Yeah.
like I said, it is. I believe it is the most expensive of all of them. Yeah, because the green one is 5, the white one is
White
5, the black one was 5,
the
the
red
red's
one is
and the red
4.
one was 4. So it is the most. It's the most expensive, but it's the most powerful,
Yes.
hands down.
Yeah, I like that bounce because it's like, oh, that's cute. You're playing a bunch of tokens. Guess what? You're
Oh,
not
man,
playing anymore.
He's playing Reese the Redeemed. Guess I better play and then get rid of my stupid dragon. And look, all of your tokens are back to your hand.
So
Are
the
you gonna
first thing
cry?
you do, the first thing you do is bounce all tokens, and then you start picking stuff to get to the CMC,
Yes.
and then you're fine.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's an anti-token card, basically. That's great.
Oh, that's
Man,
good.
what a card.
I like that.
I love
and
that
even
card.
the milling. I mean, that's pretty good too. It's a
The
good
mill
dig.
to then return some
instants and sorceries.
to your hand. Yeah.
Demir loves
I'll give you
that.
the white dragon there.
Ao, the Dawn Sky. Flying Vigilance for 2 white and 3 colorless, 5/4. Pretty standard. When it dies, choose one. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put any number of non-land permanent cards with total mana value 4 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom in a random order. Or put 2 1/1 counters on each permanent you control. That's a creature or vehicle. While still probably the worst of all of them,
Yep.
it is a lot better than what white usually gets in a cycle
Mm-hmm.
like this, which is not great.
I mean, to be fair, if mono white is still that popular and standard, it's not a bad card to run anyway. If someone
not a bad
finally
card to
kills it,
run.
you're probably getting 4 cards off the top of your library.
Sure.
Potentially, because you're running a lot of cheap stuff.
Or you buff all of your dudes by 2, which is
Which is what you wanna do
Which is
anyway.
what you want to do anyway.
So
Yeah.
either one's fantastic. Do you need to fill the board more? Like, if it's a full board wipe, you refill with the top 4.
Yep.
If they don't board wipe and they just individual kill, you do a mass anthem.
It's a good finisher. It's a good finisher.
Yep.
For sure. I would agree, probably the worst out of them all.
Yep.
It's a good finisher. I mean, honestly, even though I
Not
like
as good as Yosai, in my opinion.
no.
Yeah,
No.
no. Like again, I mean, I do have a bias with the red one just for commander purposes, but honestly,
Sure.
the red one's pretty bad too
Yeah.
for any other format.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely think this and the white and the red one are probably the worst. The best one is probably the blue.
It's probably
The blue one is the best one.
And then the black and the green one sits somewhere in the
Mid-tier.
middle.
Yeah.
So the standard green deck is mono green aggro, right? That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
So
Mono
maybe
green
with
smack-
maybe
smack your
hopefully
homies in
with
the
some of
face.
these cards we maybe will pivot into like a mono green like lands matter type thing.
I mean,
instead of it being full
I
aggro.
think they kind of tried that, and it just isn't that great.
Yeah, I don't think it. I mean, I don't think it's gonna make it. But
So we actually got this guy a long time ago. They just finally spoiled it officially.
yeah, that.
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
I'm pretty
Soul
sure
of
that was when you were
Kamigawa.
gone potentially.
Oh, gotcha. They just
The
finally gave it
3/3
up.
with flying and flash when he enters tap. Something gains indestructible for as long as you control him.
And then
Woober
for-
to buff him.
to buff.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, it was different art.
Yep.
Yes.
That's
So-
because it wasn't in a foreign language, super blurry. That wasn't totally confirmed.
Yes.
Did we go over this one?
Thousand Face Shadow? No, I think
No,
we missed that
I don't
one.
think. Let me see.
Okay.
I think that one came out last
No, we
week.
did that one too.
Did we?
We did that one too. I remember the
yeah,
singular
yeah.
black and the naked token that's copying. It's a nice.
yeah.
It's a nice special like ninjutsu helper type card that they made.
Oh,
So
yeah,
yep,
that's right.
we're
Nah,
so
that's
yep,
definitely-
we're
yeah,
officially
we-
caught up.
Yeah, I think
We're
I think
officially
we're
caught
caught
up. Those were the
Um,
cards we got when you weren't here.
And then
Yeah,
there was the
gotcha.
misleading secret layer land that looked like it could be a
volcanic island.
Yep.
Sad
It wasn't.
tier.
It's just an island.
It's just
Just
an
an
island.
island.
A regular
fellas.
island. It's not a volcanic island. You're never going to see those dual lands ever again. And then, of course, all the alchemy balance, which we don't care about.
Sincerely, no.
No, we
I mean,
just
because
don't.
alchemy infected historic, so now it's historic and alchemy are like the
You
same
know what
thing,
other
but-
spoiler we got
What?
yesterday, guys?
What spoiler
Is
we
it-
got yesterday?
Gingotaxius and Tezzeret are in this set.
Are they really?
Really?
I'm excited.
They're-
Yes.
They're at least in the story, and Gingotaxius has official art.
Ooh. So we're gonna get another Gingotaxius, just like we did a Vorinclex, and hopefully we'll get another
Another
Tezzeret.
Tezzeret.
That's
is
gonna be
interesting.
good.
Not seen since
Kamigawa's
Ford.
finally doing something.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh.
Yeah, Kaito and Tezzeret are they're enemies. They're mortal enemies.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There's the
can't
villain
wait.
right there,
Yeah.
baby.
There's the
Yeah.
villain.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested in more of the lore of this now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Why?
It's
I'm
pretty
gonna
wild.
love to be able to
It's
see Tezzeret and
it's pretty wild.
Gingotaxius.
Yeah.
What do you think they're gonna do for Gingotaxius?
I have no
They
idea.
went completely the opposite direction for the Vorinclex. It went from lands matter to tokens matter.
He went from It went from like being super oppressive with your mana base to being super oppressive with your creatures.
With your
Yeah.
creatures and planeswalkers and
planeswalkers,
stuff. So
yeah.
what do you? So if Gingotaxius right now is super restrictive of your hand,
Mhm.
do you think it might just be an insane draw engine?
I don't know. But yeah, Gingotaxius is on Kamigawa and he's doing like super evil Phyrexian-
doing some
Phyrexian
Gingotaxius things.
to the commies.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
he's perfecting the commies.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
they need some work.
Yeah, you know,
Are you
Need some
you mean
help.
the commies as in which one
the
are those?
commies,
Yeah.
the spirits.
Oh, the spirits. Yeah.
Yeah,
So like all the dragon stuff. That's why they have 2 death triggers now.
maybe.
He's perfecting them. Instead of getting to choose one, you have now
Yeah,
2 options.
He's removing their flesh and replacing it with living metal.
Yeah. Nothing,
What a
nothing
guy.
wrong. What a guy. What a champ. What a pog champ of a guy.
I just want Elish Norn to call me Pog.
call you her little pog champ.
Yes,
Your wheel pog champ.
my little Pog champ.
Wow.
Just so much ooh there.
Hello.
In other news, On Infinity got delayed.
It did,
Yeah.
which
It's so sad to see such a good set get pushed back so far. Everyone's excited for it. Hopefully, they'll be able to push some stuff through.
Okay,
I'm
let's
just
be
saying this
honest.
because we talked about it earlier, and Happy was super not cool.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I'm so sorry for you. That must be so hard that you have to wait an extra month or two to buy your
No.
vapid, soulless cash grab.
Okay, actually, real fast.
God, that must be so hard for you, Gorge.
Can we get a salt meter?
That is the only reason I did that.
So, no joke. Well, they did say it would be the second half of 2022, so
Yeah,
it's probably
so-
going to be more than just a month. Let's
Or
be
2.
accurate here.
I said a
Happy.
month or two. Let's be accurate.
It's gonna be like after June.
Let's be accurate.
Accurate?
Andrew. Let's be accurate.
I mean, okay.
It'll probably be after June,
Yeah.
second half. So
I mean, to be fair, okay, like I'm sad because I like the shock lands. They look really cool. So I want the shock lands. I just also want to see just Happy melt down because it's gonna hit the other formats.
yeah, with those eternal legal cards that don't have a silver border.
Yeah, I'm
it's
not
acorn
buying
instead.
any of this set on
On principle.
principle. I'm not saying I'm not buying singles. I'm just not supporting Wizards of the. I'm just not giving Wizards of the Coast my money on this one.
Gotcha.
No.
So if I catch
I'm going to
you,
support my local business
For singles.
for single sales.
so what is going to happen is I have to buy a pack and be like, oh, here, can you open this for me? And just take a picture, like, oh, he did it.
He did it.
He did it.
Get him! We got him! We got him! Get it on recording!
I get canceled on Twitter.
Yeah, be like, hey, you have to come out in public.
I'm so you know.
I mean, based on your Twitter, our Yahoo account should be banned as well.
I mean, listen. There's a reason why my Twitter does not come up on the work computer.
It
anymore.
does. It comes up on Yahoo.
Does it?
Yeah,
Really?
the Yahoo email for fantasy games. We
Really?
get like bulletins of what's going on, and I guess because you follow it or something.
Oh no, I blocked it.
Oh, then maybe we don't get it anymore. But we used to. I used to go on there and go scroll and be like,
and
oh look, it's something from Happy.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
So
Yeah,
when
my shit posts.
yeah, so when I was using using Twitter a bit more, I haven't been on the fantasy games Twitter about a lot just because there's been so much else going on. There were moments where Happy would be like liking stuff, and then I would like whatever Happy was commenting on, and you're like, "Don't do that!
Don't do that!
Don't do that! Don't do that!
Don't do that! Cut that! Cut that! Cut that!
And
Cut
then
that!
I looked at Happy's Twitter, and I like, oh god, I shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
This is great, but I can't do that.
It is. It is not a. It's a great Twitter, but
That's gonna pop up in places you don't want it
yeah,
to.
it's not something.
Click the link. No, I'm kidding.
Listen, you can find it pretty easy. I'm not hard to find.
You're not hard to find. You're not hard to find at all. Yeah. So after also with on
Subscribe to our
Infinity,
Patreon for Happy's Twitter.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
subscribe to our Patreon. At least it's not OnlyFans.
Yet.
Yet.
Welcome to Topless MTG Podcast.
Yeah. No, we do the OnlyFans where they're paying us to put our clothes back on.
Back on. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, listen, tip us $10 and I'll put my pants back on.
Yeah.
But no,
I'll put on a full winter coat and everything.
Oh yeah.
you won't see a damn thing. And also in addition, just because I think we just have a little more time left, honestly. I know, and this is an arena thing. I follow arena stuff just because I'm that guy. I'm that nerd.
Someone's got to be.
Someone has to, and I guess
that
it's
boy.
me. I'm that one person. But in March there will be the Kamigawa Neon Dynasty Championship, which is always like a qualifier thing.
That's cool.
The prize pool has been a little less, which people are kind of like meh about. But the thing is,
That was $450,000.
yeah, well, people are going to complain. Happy, they want more money.
It's a $450,000 prize pool for you to sit in your underwear and play Magic the Gathering for 2-3 days.
You wear underwear while playing Magic the Arena? I mean, anyways.
Well, it's a leather chair,
Oh, yeah.
You don't want it to stick.
Ow. That hurts already.
Yeah.
Our entire audience that watches just like had to like rub their ass a little bit.
We've all been there on a hot summer day, right? You're
Yeah.
in the car, you got shorts on, and you go to stand up, and the leather seat just sticks to your thighs, and you're
Ow.
like, God is dead.
Yeah, that's our other car that we have.
So are people complaining about the prize pool?
A little bit, but the big thing they're complaining about is the formats.
So you sent the link,
Isn't it standard?
but I was.
All right, so what's
Is
this
it
400?
historic?
Is it historic?
Historic and Alchemy.
Oh no!
Historic and Alchemy are the two formats, not standard.
Listen, Wizards, what are you doing? What's going on over there? Is the building on fire?
Let me
What's
tell you-
happening?
I know why, and I'm going to tell you why. It's very simple. It's money.
Money?
Also,
Money?
it's also because it's like, hey guys, we made this new shiny thing at Arena.
It's called alchemy.
We're gonna force it down your throats, which is what people don't want you to do. Remember back probably like a few weeks ago, we were talking about an article where it's like, oh yeah, this is gonna be for some people, and the guy, the I think it was
Rosewater.
Rosewater was like, yeah, it was trying to be like, yeah, we're not gonna force it down your throats. By the way, the championship is Alchemy and Historic. Open your mouth.
Marrow.
Open your mouth.
Hello, Marrow.
Yeah.
Funny seeing you here again.
Who wants to, look at raise hands. Who wants to play a tournament in a format they're going to force down your throat with nerfed cards that don't do anything anymore, with with an incredible amount of RNG? Who wants to play a tournament? Raise your hand.
You got
Interesting.
You got something on your head, Elijah. You can get that real
What
quick?
was that?
Just right there. Can you grab it for me?
Oh, what?
Oh, he runs his hand. He did it. He did it. He wants to do it. Sorry, I had to.
I walked right into it.
Hey, you know how competitive Magic is all about just reducing the RNG to as little as possible?
Let's do a tournament with as much RNG as possible.
You want cards that literally just make random things? It's literally random.
Yeah.
And your opponent doesn't know until you play it because most of them aren't revealed.
And
Which
they're
means that
doing
when
it too.
you conjure a card and they have no clue. All they know is the stock pool of what you pulled for.
Bayou.
Yeah, like they don't know what you got.
No, it's Tropical Island.
It's Bayou.
I thought it was Tropical Island.
There might be one that does Tropical Island too.
It's not. I don't think it's Bayou. I think it's Tropical Island. It's the blue-green one. It's Tropical Island. Isn't Tropical Island blue-green?
It is. It's Bayou. Look it up. Go to Scryfall. Sponsored by Scry. Not sponsored by Scryfall, but
Cut that.
but yeah.
Happy no.
It's you conjure a Bayou.
That's not the right.
Yeah,
thing.
you just
I
looked
tried.
up with conjure in its name.
You need to do the advanced search.
Advanced.
Conjure in
Yes,
the
dude,
text.
I mean, just type in Bayou.
Yeah, you would also search as Bayou.
Yeah,
Is it gonna work?
it is gonna work.
No.
Oh,
I guess just do it in the normal thing. It should give us the conjured version.
Well, let's hang on. Hang on.
No,
I'm wrong too. We're all wrong.
we're all wrong here.
Okay, hang on. Wait. We can fix this. We can fix this.
Conjure.
Yeah, just do conjure. What do you remember what made it?
It was a blue card.
There's 23
Yeah,
cards.
it was a blue card.
There's a
Yeah,
couple
it
Right,
was
right,
a-
Shoreline Scout. Card named Tropical Island
Yeah.
to your hand.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, Tropical Island. That's
There is.
fine. There was totally a card that said conjure, but
What is it?
it was the I know what it was.
What was it?
You remember the playtest cards?
Yeah,
yeah,
there it
yeah,
was.
That's what it was.
There it was. It's one of the playtest
It was
cards.
one of the playtest cards.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Wizards dropping the ball once again for this tournament because, again, you're forcing formats down. Not everybody likes down people. So I understand it's new. You're trying to do that for Arena, and I get that.
I'm just saying,
But-
there's a reason every other
It
tournament
was received
is
so
there's a
poorly. Why
reason
would
every
you-
other tournament is draft, modern, and legacy for big prize pools.
Yeah.
I just that like there's
Sometimes standard.
sometimes
Standard.
So
swap out
I
legacy
guess
for standard.
because they're forcing it down our throats, it's a smaller prize pool because of that reason. They know Alchemy didn't hit the ball and they haven't fixed anything
I
yet.
think it's just probably a smaller prize pool because of how the other arena tournaments have done.
Right. Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's probably the reason why for that. That's probably. I mean, it's more of a just the tournament's just not going so well.
Yeah,
But it's now they're
which
just
is
be
why they
like,
stopped doing it in the first place.
yeah. Now they're trying to bring it back and going, okay, Alchemy and Historic, guys. It's like,
Which
no,
is probably not going to go well.
It's not. It's not going
because
to go well.
It
They're
was
not.
received poorly and they haven't really fixed anything yet. And you're going to do a tournament on this?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
All right.
I mean, the Historic decks right now are nothing like. It's all stupid stuff.
I mean, hell, if
controls up
you
there.
play Arena, if you're listening, if you play Arena and you do in fact play Alchemy or Historic, I'd join in. You might as well. That's $450 you
gotta
don't
qualify.
have right now.
You got to qualify.
Yeah.
You got to get to Mythic. You got to qualify. you
So
got to do
so
all that
qualify because all you have to do is do this from home and be available for those days.
All you have to do is spend $1,500 to make a deck that you could build in real life for maybe $250,
Yep.
and then play for maybe a chance at like $2,000 tops.
Yeah, I mean, if you're already playing and you already got a deck going, you might as well try because that's potentially $450,000 you don't have right now.
If I wanted to focus on my rankings and everything and do that, I could probably do that, but I'm just not interested. I don't like the fact that if it was standard, sure, I'd actually try.
Sure.
But or if it was draft, I'd try. But it's, Historic and Alchemy, which is something I don't necessarily have fun with. I have fun Historic decks. I have one Historic and which, by the way, my Historic decks 9 times there's one that I know for sure uses the Conjure cards.
Mm.
And that's just because it's Perimeter Captain and it's hilarious.
Sure.
I think it's Perimeter. I may not be called Perimeter Captain. It's something Captain. I don't know. It's hilarious. But I usually play like Golgari Food because it's real super easy and it gets me wins like left and right.
Because there's a reason they had to ban Cat Oven and Lucky Clover.
Yeah.
Which, if you wanted to see me play it, I actually did a live stream celebrating the MTG Rundown because we're able to finally kind of talk about it publicly.
And I was in the background cackling at one point because I forgot he was recording and opened the door.
That's okay. I mean, let's be honest. We have fun here. So
Content.
It worked well.
Content.
It worked well.
Yeah.
It was content. Now that's comedy. So just
Ha ha ha.
classic comedy. Oh no. But yeah. So yeah, that's about. I think that's all we got.
Yeah.
And you think of anything else?
I think that's about it.
I don't think I have any.
Anything they should ban? Any like? Are you really excited for On Infinity? I know you're real bummed about it being moved, but
No. Honestly, actually, I think Modern's fine right now. I don't think they need to ban anything, at least for the moment.
okay.
Yep.
I am curious though. If they would have banned Ragavan from Modern, how would you felt?
I would have been like, oh, okay, cool. I would have been happy.
This makes my mono red matchups a lot easier.
Nope, my mono red matchups are still pretty awful. Still pretty awful. Nothing changes there. Just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
It just means Darcy actually gets to sit at the top of the throne where they belong.
it's true. It's true.
Dragon Rage Chandler is the best one drop in Modern Horizons 2.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I'm not sorry about that.
No, you're right. No, I agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree on that. I love that card. It's
Yeah.
great.
If Ragavan got banned, I would have been like, why not Luris? That's what I would.
Oh,
that's-
yeah,
that's what I
Luris?
would-
Yeah, Luris.
Yeah.
I was
Luris.
like, why
All
not
those
Luris?
Luris decks. Ugh.
Yeah. But I think that is all we got for the MTG Rundown, guys. So we will be back next week, hopefully with some more news. We might have another video kind of pop up here and there, but I don't know. It depends if we are able to figure something out.
Yeah.
You
Like
know,
maybe
scheduling
like a
stuff.
game or something.
Maybe.
Figure something out.
Maybe.
Sure.
So, but all right, guys. It's been the MTG Rundown. I've been Andrew,
I am happy.
And I'm Elijah.
and we'll see you next week. Have a good one, guys.